question tonight, is God confused like his prating truth pimps?
Hey folks, how's it going? We're checking out more Brass Eye. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic day. Enjoyed the last episode with the exception of the last 8 to 10 minutes. It got a little slow then, but the rest of it was really, really good. I still would put sex and drugs at the top of my list for my favorite episodes of the show so far. And animals and crime are about on the same level. Science is probably on the bottom of the list when it comes to like the episodes to me. It wasn't a bad episode. It's just the one I liked the least. And I can't remember if this was a comment or a message, but somebody asked me to make sure I read up on Sutcliffe and Myra, at least the basics. Yeah, man, I read up on some of this stuff. I didn't read too much. I'm not big into the serial killer thing or horror movies and all that kind of stuff. That's all Tay stuff. You know what I mean? So I asked her something about them. She knew about both of them, and Tay gave me some information as well. And I just read the brief description of what they did, but I didn't go into deep detail. So hopefully I didn't need to know a whole lot about everything they did. I just need to know the basics, and I'll be able to get the jokes from there. But somebody told me I absolutely need to know who they are to get some of the jokes in this episode. That's why I went ahead and read about them. So I appreciate that. So yeah, man, let's just go ahead and jump into it and we'll talk about it more in the end.
Good evening. Now, this is the nerve centre of tonight's programme. To help paint a true picture of the state of Britain, we have live surveillance cameras out. One of them has a reporter stuck on the front. Austin Tasseltine. Austin, what are you doing?
I'm at a garage in the centre of Clapton in London, which is raided every 35 minutes, day and night. So we hope to join the next half hour or so. We may well see some action here this evening.
They show an apparently innocent-looking children's game, which is in fact an exchange of drugs. There they go. And if you think about it, those two children are extremely lucky not to have been killed to bits.
What is the true state of Britain? Basking in rude health?
Or sick to the guts. It's the moral mometer now reading less than 2 morals per head, due to massive value hemorrhage. Some would say tish and fipsy, but others wouldn't, due to repeat woundings for weapons like this.
Oh my God, it's an American flag.
And this.
Out of control.
This is where pop happens. And pop is always looking for trouble. The new single by Blouse is a song of love to Myra Hindley.
When I saw your photo in the press, I thought, is she blonde under her dress? I thought, I'll remake her, take off her dress for the next one. But they didn't even know it would be so much better if I had them right sit down on the phone.
I used to have your picture in the toilet. I wanted you to see my naked body and oil it, but now no one had to catch me and spoil it.
Oh no, this
I don't think even you could have given me more murder.
I don't think there's a single reference in the song to a brain.
Oh no.
You better watch out, lady. I'm gonna have you, lady. Just 'cause I wanna, just 'cause I can get her, you can't.
Oh
so
no.
You twat.
Damn. This dude is out of control.
Traditionally, we turn to the Bible for help, but now even that's
good thing I read about her.
by those who used to espouse it.
And her husband.
Terry
Both of them
Waite,
crazy.
once
Well, boyfriend
special
and
envoy
husband
to the Archbishop of Canterbury, has been paid £2 million to write a 5th gospel to replace the existing 4.
Jesus didn't know he was Jesus until he'd been chained to the radiator for some time.
What?
Next week, Peter Sutcliffe takes to the West End stage to star in a musical of his own life.
I was right about that
On
dude,
day
too.
release from Broadmoor Prison, Sutcliffe has been rehearsing intensively for 3 months. The role includes singing police chases,
You'll never get me in the slammer.
but finishes with Sutcliffe atoning for his crimes.
And I really am so very truly sorry.
Maybe he's really misunderstood man. Maybe that.
Okay.
20 years ago he was taking the piss.
But not everyone sees the positive side.
Peter Sutcliffe is allowed
God.
out under police escort from Broadmoor to perform a work about his own life in musical form. His agent says it's a...
His agent? What a game he's got here.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Isn't
An
it?
agent?
Well,
A man
you know,
who is in
for
jail
the show,
for
the
life?
producer of the show. The producer of the show.
Well, there shouldn't be a show.
Should we revive our ailing culture,
pissed.
or should we just put it out of its misery? Or should we bring it back to life and then shoot it for letting us down so badly? You haven't got
God.
a clue, have you?
We're back live now, going to that garage which we're expecting to be raided at any second. Austin Tasseltine is there. Austin, anything happened?
Nothing.
No violence or stabbings?
None at all, Chris, no.
What about those men behind you? What are they doing?
I think they're just buying some petrol.
Are you sure?
Are you buying some petrol?
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks, Austin. Well, if that apparently innocent-looking purchase did turn into a shooting,
then this is what it would look like.
Oh, damn.
Now, according to experts, that's exactly what would happen.
certainly hope so, yes.
Belt up. Back to our live cameras now. Austin Tasseltine is at that garage. We're expecting to be raided at any moment now. Austin, any incidents yet?
There's still nothing going on here, Chris, apart from young Seagull that seems to have broken into the booth and is making the man there rather unhappy.
Fucking bird.
The broadcaster and entertainer Clive Anderson has been shot dead by television host Noel Edmonds at his house in Cornwall this evening.
One servant witnessed the bloodbath but managed to escape intact.
I came round the grounds, round the back way, and then got through the fence over here.
Any idea why Edmonds has done this?
No idea. He's never done it before.
An hour later, Edmonds appeared at a top window with blood on his face and threw what may have been a head onto the ground below. It is not known what happened to the other guests.
Can our decline be blamed on God?
This is the house of God. So where's the landlord? It's infested with rot. I doubt if he's paid a visit in 20 years. These people, look at them. They're nothing more than tenants in a dead man's shack. That idiot pukes it out and they hoover it up like sick puppies. No. Just a second, Father. When did you last check your facts? My point entirely. We've had this book analysed. It reads like the ramblings of a drugged horse. The question tonight, is God confused like his prating truth pimps, or is he dead?
The Catholic Church is in turmoil after an apparition claiming to be Christ drunkenly cursed pilgrims at a holy site in Yugoslavia. Cardinal Hume was badly shaken by the vision and today issued what could be a resignation statement, saying, "It was bad enough to see him curse like a footballer, but I lost my faith completely when he farted on my balls." Patricia O'Donnell, the local girl who says she saw the statue of Mary driving a car through a field.
Oh my God.
Patricia, what does the statue do?
It kisses me and tells me everything will be alright with Daddy.
No one takes it more seriously than Patricia's mother.
I gently suggested she might like to pray in the middle of the road, and that if she were to be killed by a car, then the chances of her going to heaven would be higher.
When you're kneeling in the road, do you think, I want a car to come and hit me?
Yes.
Kneeling girls, statues, driving cars. What's going on?
Could the priest explain it?
Well, I think it's unlikely it was a miracle, but the fact that the car has been driven on the right-hand side might indicate that she came from the Holy Land.
The real boring priest from Father Ted.
The most likely explanation is that people are just seeing some blue light bouncing off a strut. But try telling that to these bog-brain Murphys, you'd have more chance of getting a blowjob from the Pope.
Just want to go back to that exploded garage, because it could, of course, still be the scene of a late-night incident. Austin Tasseltine, will you stay there for us all night?
Yes, I will, yes.
Good man. And we leave you tonight with a question. As we approach the third millennium, have we really come to this? I'm afraid the answer is yes.
All right, man, that was good. That was a good episode. It was very, very funny, man. I still can't think his name. The Reverend who was talking about like the fact that he's driving on the right-hand side or what have you. Probably means she's come from the Holy Land. I cannot think of his name on Father Ted. The really boring priest. I'm pretty sure that was him. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to think of it. I'm glad I looked at like the Sutcliffe guy and the Myra chick. Both of them. Both of those crazy people. That was funny. That song was stupid. It was very funny and stupid. And that play thing was goofy as well. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in this episode. When they like stab Britain with a knife with the American flag on it. Like, this dude is out of control. The scene with them in a board meeting and doing drugs was just weird. It was funny at the end just to think about it because it was just a board meeting. It would seem like the way any board meeting will freaking go, just with the addition of drugs. I expect people to go a bit more bananas and weirder stuff to happen, but it was just a board meeting with people doing drugs. It was weird. But yeah, dude, overall this is really good. It was very funny. It's very, very goofy. Still didn't take the place of sex and drugs for me though. Those are still at the top of the list right now. But I did enjoy this one. Since I mixed up last week thinking this was the episode, I really look forward to next week's episode because that's the one you guys have been talking about and saying how great it is. And I actually know why the show was canceled after watching that. It'll give me a little more clarity, so I really look forward to it. Alright guys, man, that is it. That is all for this one. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Later.